Well, good afternoon, and you're welcome to the Canvic Records tournament. Well, they are here inside of Fanco Barrier. If you're wondering why we are here, you're here to make your Christmas better. If you are enjoying the Christmas, so a Merry Christmas to all our viewers out there. Thank you for joining the stream. As I said earlier, we're here to make your Christmas better. And what way to make your Christmas better than enjoying some amazing FIFA action? Not just amazing, really competitive. We've got some great gamers in the house here inside the newly opened Canvic tournament hub inside of Fanco Barrier. As I mentioned earlier, going to battle it out for a whooping 1,000 Ghana cedis. We've got some incredible players, a master. We've got players who've got a big pedigree. We've got players who's won a lot of tournaments. We've got players who are even in the Ghana national team, the Black Asteroids, if you don't know. So I'll be telling you all about the players very shortly, but I have here with me one very interesting personality, Tyrone, who I'm sure most of you know him as Gamers Blog Ghana. I'll commit myself at first. I didn't know he was Gamers Blog Ghana until I met him today, and he's such a wonderful personality. And I'm just going to be asking him a few questions about how he got into the gaming scene and everything. Gamers Blog Ghana, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Why the name Gamers Blog Ghana?
Okay, first of all, shout outs to every gamer out there. Keep playing game, do what you do best, and enjoy yourself. Okay, so first of all, the name Gamers Blog Ghana, it started way back university days. I wanted to enter into game streaming. Yeah, UEW.
Okay.
Winnipeg. I wanted to enter into game streaming, and I needed a name that would be unique. Because you know, in our gaming space, whenever you are choosing a gaming tag, yeah, and you don't create a unique tag and you go for a common tag, it has already been taken by someone. Yeah, so I tried Gamers Blog Ghana, and it was not in use, and it was unique, and the whole Ghana, I got to be the Gamers Blog Ghana.
The original.
Yeah, the original. And I use the name across all gaming platforms and across all social media.
Wow, very interesting story, because I'm Slimo, and the way I got my name is completely different from yours, because I got my name in SHS, where I actually stole it from my brother. So it's very interesting, and I proceeded in using Slimo as my gaming tag. So if you don't know me, I'm Slimo, your shoutcaster and host for today's tournament. And still on the interaction, Gamers Blog Ghana. What does Gamers Blog Ghana do, and what's their importance to the esports ecosystem in Ghana?
Okay, aside gaming, I'm a professional teacher. I teach at the senior high level, Duadaso #1 senior high. Shout outs to all my staff members. I teach visual arts, and visual arts and arts it deals into gaming, because gaming is more of graphic design and those stuff. So since I came to this earth through my infancy, I was into gaming, going to gaming center. My mother would be caning me. I was chopping slabs, and I never.
For all the gamers, we all experienced that.
I never backed down, and I followed my dream, and I became who I am today. So the dream started from way back. So aside my gaming career, I'm a teacher and I'm a gamer as well. That's the name Gamers Blog Ghana. Yeah.
That's the most important part, that he's a gamer as well. And now you have a connection with Canvic Records. As I'm hearing, you are also a pioneer of Canvic Records. How did you come to meet Canvic Records?
Okay, as I said, I'm a gamer, and the gaming space keeps on growing to several branches. And there is a new branch, which is game streaming. We have the esports space, we have other spaces in the gaming world. The gaming world is so broad. Yeah, so there's one space called game streaming. So I wanted to be a streamer. When I was in senior high school, I didn't want to be a teacher. And after graduation, I wanted to be a streamer. So I started to set up my stream. So I was also trying to see if there are other Ghanaian streamers out there. So I found out that Presdo is also into streaming, and I connected to Presdo, that's Ghana Esports Association's president. So then I got to know there's another space called Esports. Then I joined hands to help promote esports. Then while searching, I also came across another streamer called Nanatan. He's Kumasi based. Shout out to you, Nanatan. He also thought he is the only Ghanaian streamer out there. And I told him that, hey, you are not alone, okay? We are more. Like, we have Ghana Game Boy.
Yeah, I think I've heard of him.
Yeah, Ghana Game Boy is also there, and Joku Gaming, and there's Books.
Is it Boondocks?
No, his name is Books.
He's Bouks.
Yeah, he's also into mobile gaming. He streams mobile games. Yeah, then I came across my boss, Canvic. But his audience were mostly foreigners.
From the diaspora?
Yeah, from the diaspora. So I introduced myself to him that, hey, boss, I'm this, I'm into streaming, and I know more about streaming, and if you like give me the space or the chance, I can also help you promote your brand. And he didn't hesitate, and he was not selfish. He was so friendly, and he gave me the platform, and I was the first signee.
Oh wow!
I was the first signee under Canvic Records.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and in the contract we were supposed to produce podcasts that deals with gaming topics and educations and promoting the brand Canvic as well. And also I was to stream on Canvic platform. Okay. So Gamers Blog Ghana is a separate page, and cross-posting. Okay. We did cross-posting, so I was trying to step behind his back to also reach broader audience. So he gave me that chance, and I became a partner and a co-pioneer to Canvic Record.
So which platform were you streaming first on? Was it on Facebook?
I started through Facebook gaming.
Facebook gaming, okay.
Yeah, Facebook gaming. So I was more of a Facebook streamer than Twitch and YouTube.
Yeah, because I remember when I also got into the gaming space, I used to see Canvic Records a lot, but I saw them more on Facebook, and I think now they grew into.
But then he was
YouTube
already on YouTube.
Okay.
So he wanted to broaden his tentacles. That's why he switched to YouTube and Facebook, and that's why I got to meet him.
Okay.
So that back then I was guru when it comes to Facebook gaming. I knew the ins and outs about Facebook gaming.
Wow. So there it is. You see, gaming brings you a lot of connections, and just as Tyrone said, it was through gaming that he was able to meet the esports president and then Canvic Records himself. And just look at what Canvic Records has grown into. The space behind me is the Canvic Gaming Hub. He's opened up the hub to all of his players. If you didn't know, Canvic has an esports team where he has his players that he's grooming into becoming world champions, as he says, and it's also open to the public as well. So if you want to enjoy gaming, if you want to host tournaments, organize tournaments, this is the space for you. And so, Terry, your last question. I feel like a lot of people out there are gradually knowing what esports is all about. But if you look at the journey that Canvic Records has gone through, would you say it's a difficult journey in the sense that he was just a streamer, he now owns an esports team and now an esports hub? What do you think it takes to be able to reach such a level? Because there are a lot of people out there that I feel like want to replicate something like this.
Okay, first of all, I'm the first person who introduced him to esports and to Mr. Kwesi here for the president. So I brought him into the esports space because I knew he had the resources, because he was able to sign me and sign Not a Gamer. He's also a Kumasi based streamer, and he then signed other players into the brand. So I first introduced him to the esports space, and I knew he had the resources to help promote the agenda, because the esports space, promoting it here in Ghana is very, very difficult.
So your connections are really, really needed.
Yes, we need to connect with people who have the resources to help us promote the agenda, to reach the entire country, to broaden our space, because Nigeria, they are ahead of us when it comes to their progression in esports. And by so doing, I was able to connect with Dr. Sid, who is vice president of Nigeria Esports Association. Presdo even knows him, and their president, Mr. Emmanuel of Esports Nigeria. And I also connected Canvic to Dr. Sid so that they both can do collaboration, because we need to collaborate with the diaspora and our brothers in the other countries on the continent of Africa. We need to promote esports. Esports need to get its seat here in Africa and Ghana, and it will help to reduce unemployment, which is like a severe disease here in the country. And gaming can also help to eliminate such disease if attention is being given to gaming and esports.
Oh, I know I said that was the last question, but I'm getting a bit greedy because I think this guy has a lot of information. We need to drag everything out of him. Back in the days when you were a gamer, when you went to the game centers, there was a notion that you were a kubolo or you were a rascal. I think that should change because right now, in fact, to own a PS5, it's almost 10,000 cedis.
Yes.
Do you think the notion like that should change? Because right now, games cost a lot and you can really make money out of gaming. What do you think?
Yes, what you said is very, very true. We've come from far. That was back then, those Nintendo 64, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, Dreamcast, those days.
Wow,
it was only the database who owned such games. And we, those less privileged, sometimes we want to get a feel of such games, and you have to make friends with the database. And sometimes if you are going there, you'll be a bit smelly and they will sack you. Hey, go and bath. If you don't bath, you will not be allowed to enter. So because they will treat you that kind of way, and we didn't like that kind of treatment, we prefer to go to the game center because there we will meet those people who are the same as us. Yeah, the Kubolos.
That's making me relive those moments.
That's how we, the less privileged, we preferred going to the game center. There we were accepted there. But the gaming was a new thing to our parents, and some game centers were using their hub for only gambling. Yes, that was the easiest way for them to make money, was they didn't like to collect those 10 pesos. They wanted to make huge sum of amounts by indulging in gambling. That's why our parents thought gaming was mainly gambling. And whenever they found their awards there, it's either they will chop slab, they will chop belts, they will chop meeting, or they will give warning to the game malam. And sometimes too, they will report the center to police, and police will come and shut down the center and arrest everyone there. And some game centers too, they didn't have license, and in the license it was said that if a children is under 18, they were not allowed to enter into a gaming hub. And when it is school time, around in the morning 7 to 12, 3 p.m., no students should be found in a game center.
Wow.
If they find a student there and they report it to police, they will come and they will shut down your center. And I've witnessed it back in Koforidia, Gidi Game Center. Shout outs to Mr. Gideon. So there were some game centers too for Dadabis. That game centers goes with class. So if you know you don't have the class, then you go for the Kobolo or the So right now gaming has evolved. Gaming hubs have evolved. Yeah, back then it was only the privileged who had game. But right now everyone can get him or herself PlayStation 4 and PS5. Right now, like, the consoles are everywhere. So if you don't create a gaming hub which is a top notch, which is a Dadabi kind of classy level, those here for kind of game center, it is over. Those cha-cha gambling game center, it is no more in the system. So you have to create a gaming hub beautiful like the way Canvic has done his. Yes, then you get the Dadabis and you will get everywhere. Because right now console is cheap. Everyone has console in their room, so they can sit in their room and play. So if you want them to come to your hub, you have to like create a warmly environment and make it modern for them. So I think that's how we've come.
Wow, gaming has really evolved in Ghana. It's actually mind-blowing to think of where we came from and then where we are now. But to think of such a journey, it's mind-blowing. So kudos to everyone who has helped Ghana gaming. Shout outs to Tyrone himself, the Esports president, Canvic Records as well. There are a lot of people who deserve to be mentioned in this space because they've done a lot. I think we just need to give them all the credit because they deserve all the credit they can get. They've done really, really well. If you think of where we were, just like Tyrone was saying, we used to go to game centers a lot. We were beaten by our parents, and well, gaming was considered as gambling then, but right now I think gaming can also be considered as a profession because in the Western world it can make you a lot of money. And I'll give you a fun fact very soon. We've got gaming in schools now. You can earn scholarships through gaming. So at the end of the tournament, I'll give you some fun facts about scholarships in gaming. But I want to say a big thank you to Tyrone, well, Gamers Bro Ghana, if that's what you want to call him, for joining me on the stream today. We've learned a lot from you, and all we want to say to you is thank you very much, and then keep on with what you are doing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Once again, Merry Christmas to all our viewers out there. Thank you for joining the stream of the Canvic Records, well, the opening of his hub, and he's commemorating that opening with a FIFA 23 tournament where we've already been underway. I already told you we have some big names in there. The match, well, on show right now is Genie, well, Genie from Explosion Esports, and Hazard. Well, he's been hazardous today. I think he's done so well. He's already knocked out 1 or 2 champions in that mindset. You are seeing PSG versus France. It's Genie who's with that French outfit, and Hazard opting for the Paris Saint-Germain team. But it's also interesting. I told you that Toby has already knocked out some big guns. He's knocked out the likes of Mbappe already, Zenas in there as well. So watch out for Hazard. He's done brilliantly so far, but he's coming up against another top player in Genie. I just can't wait to see what's going to happen in the game. But so far it's level 0-0 to both sides. Carlos Soler in the midfield for PSG. Interesting choice actually. Mbappe. It's Kingsley Coman for Genie. Is he going to get that fair shot on target, which is going to spice things up a bit? Mbappe. It's a Camavinga looking for that space, trying that, the step overs, which is working so well in FIFA 23. So if you're a viewer out there and you're watching this tournament, you've got to learn a lot from these professional players, because I must tell you, they've got a lot of tricks up their sleeves, as we just saw the step overs from Genie, but it just didn't work on that occasion. Soler. It's a Hakim. We've seen the player lock also there from Hazard. Hazard trying to get that cut back into Mbappe, looking for the shot away, and here he does. Our first goal on board. We have liftoff in this first game. Pablo Sarabia for PSG, and Hazard gets the first goal of the game. And just like that, he went near post of the goalkeeper, and Hugo Lloris just couldn't do anything about it. I already told you how dangerous this guy was, and he just showed you that what I said was true. But it's not all over for Genie. Mind you, it's a 2-legged affair. It's 4 minutes per leg. So we'll see if Genie has what it takes to get back into the game. Theo Hernandez, and we've gone into that momentary pause once more. But very interesting game. We are coming to the end of that first half. But what a brilliant goal from Hazard. He's been patient throughout all of his games. I'm sorry we couldn't bring you those games, but this one is also a cracker, and I'm hoping we get a lot of excitement as Hazard has already opened the scoring. Here comes Genie, and he equalizes. Just like that, Kolomwani, as he follows up with the greedy. Genie, lovely build-up play. It's Kolomwani down that right side. Carpet grand shot, as some Ghanaians call it, but it's a low-driven shot in FIFA. And he buries the ball back into that open goal. Just as I called for excitement, I think the players heard me. They've given us something to cheer about. And, just like that, that first half in our first leg comes to an end. And it's a goal apiece. Get onto the stream. Let me hear your thoughts about this game. Let me hear who you think is going to make the final. But mind you, we started with about 32 players. We are down to about 16 of them as Genie and Hazard are going head-to-head. Mind you, Genie with our French team, the French national team, and Hazard with the Paris Saint-Germain team. In that first half, we saw Hazard going ahead by a goal to nil. And just as the first half was about to go to an end, we've seen Genie pull back. But to take you through the lineups, I'm seeing Kamavinga, Kolomwani. Very, very interesting that Kolomwani is in there as well. He did brilliantly at the World Cup, at the just ended World Cup, and I think he's merited that Genie is able to start him. And well, he's repaid that trust by getting him that all-important equalizer. Neymar on the break now for Hazard. Can he utilize with a lot of players up front? Messi. Well, the step over is trying to come off for Hazard, but the defending from Genie so far so good as he's only conceded a goal. Chouameni into the dangerous Kolomwani once more. Dembele, well, the fleet-footed Dembele looking to steal the ball off Nuno Mendes, but Hazard does well to get out of danger. Marquinhos, Renato Sanchez, Messi. Very, very, should I say cagey or calm, because it seems like no one wants to make any mistakes at this point. It's been a brilliant campaign from both of these guys at the opening of the Canvic Records tournament here inside, well, of Fakor barrier. Here comes Mbappe. Brilliant elastical, but Lloris was aware and he came out and grabbed that ball. Jules Koundé under a bit of pressure, but finds his way to maneuver his way. Mbappe, Dembele, Genie still looking for some space there, but great composure from Hazard. Genie with a chance, and yeah, he does. 2 goals to 1. Kingsley Coman, eyeball to eyeball with the goalkeeper, and slots it past him. Gianluigi Donnarumma left helpless in that situation, and the game has turned around. He's got 2 goals now. It's 2 goals to 1 in favor of the French. Well, the beaten finalists in the World Cup, interestingly, as they coming up against PSG. They probably are favorites, but it's a very, very tight game here, as Genie and Hazard still going head-to-head in this one. Mind you, it is the Canvic Records FIFA23 tournament where he's commemorating his opening of the hub. Here comes Hazard again, and we have another equalizer. What a story it has been. What a story it has been. Neymar Jr., the fleet-footed Neymar, getting those crucial step-overs in there, and we are level once more. Back to square one, I should say. Neymar for Hazard has the momentum change. We'll find out here. Messi wins the ball back high up the field, trying the player lock, but Hazard just couldn't execute. Mwani, and it seems like Genie is under a lot of pressure because he's unable to keep the ball. Dembele with those step overs there for Genie. Some few minutes here to go in our first game on the stream. I told you it was competitive FIFA action coming your way, and then our first match has already been competitive. Genie and Hazard have been going hard at it, but a touch too many from Kingsley Coman. Gives the ball away to Hazard, who starts the build-up from the back. Nuno Mendes. It's been a very, very tough encounter, I must say. It started kind of slow where Hazard got that goal, and I think Genie took his time to get back into the game, but so far it has been brilliant to watch. Well, that lofted pass from Sarabia, the goal scorer, nearly finding Neymar and causing Genie some trouble. But here comes Genie on the counter. Brilliant tackle. Presnel Kimpembe with a very, very crucial tackle to win the ball back for Hazard. And he can set him off on another attack. Messi. Renato Sanchez exchanging passes with the Argentine Messi. Carlos Soler looking for space there. Hazard, brilliant tackle. What an interception. Oh, Ariel Chouameni has been the man, the midfield maestro for Genie in this one. But he needs to do a little bit more if he's trying to win this first leg. And that's not the way to go about it. Jules Kounde giving the ball away cheaply. That isn't the way to go about it. And that is it. Our first leg comes to an end with both of the players sharing the spoils. Well, I told you it's a banger of a tournament, and our first match has already been a very, very good one. Genie 2, Hazard 2. Well, mind you, Genie of Explosion Esports 2, Hazard, who doesn't have an esports team, shockingly, because I think he's a pretty good gamer. I feel like after this tournament, he's really going to be sought after by a lot of teams. And here he comes in our second leg. Mbappe nearly finding Neymar. He nearly found Neymar with that extra pass, but Genie was aware. And mind you, it is a two-legged affair, as I've been saying. 4 minutes per leg, and we're already done with that first leg. Mbappe trying the Trivela. The most sought-after move in FIFA 23, the Trivela. I feel like every time I play, probably for Champions Division rivals, every player is looking for that Trivela, but it just didn't work with Mbappe for Hazard. Dembele in that midfield for the French. Interesting decision to also play him in midfield, because I feel like his best position is on the wings, but what do I know? I'm not a professional player, and the likes of Genie really know what they are doing. Kingsley Coman, well, trying those lovely skill moves, but Hazard read it all the way. And here come the Parisians. Brilliant pass into Mbappe with a lot of space. We know how Mbappe is deadly with space. And he finishes. Hazard takes the lead once more after going a goal down on aggregate. He got that equalizer in that first leg, and he's now drawn first blood in the second leg as well. Genie is in trouble as he's caught on the counter. Borrow scoop into Neymar, looking for the shot. Well, Trev went for the Trivela once more, but Hugo Lloris with a big save to keep Genie in this one. Coman, Mbappe working well, working so hard to win the ball back, but Genie was, well, from a shoutcaster standpoint, I feel like Genie's rushing into things, but from a gamer standpoint, I feel like it's the pressure from Hazard that is getting to him a bit. Hakimi down the flank for Hazard. Reverse elastico, wow! Green time finish from the French phenom. Kylian Mbappe doubles the lead for Hazard. And it's time to take a pause from Genie. He really needs this pause as the game has turned upside down. Wow. That is what I love about FIFA. FIFA 23 has been no different from the previous iterations. We've seen a lot of changes this year, but it still keeps the same old suspense. In that first leg, we saw Hazard go ahead. We saw Genie equalize. Genie took the lead, and around that 60th minute to 70th minute mark, and in those final few moments, Hazard equalized, and we said goodbye to that first leg. In the second leg, we've seen Hazard spring into life when it mattered most. He's got 2 goals on board, and Genie really needs to do something quick. Here comes Genie Kolomwani. Wow! A chance to get himself back into the game, and he spent that. Are you going to blame that on Kolomwani using his weak foot to shoot that ball, or would you say he should bury that chance? Mbappe with a chance to maybe seal it, and the defending from Genie as Raphael Varane steps in for him. Kimpembe winning the ball back for Hazard. Sarabia do step overs once more. Sarabia looking for that open man and finds Soler. Renato Sanchez, it's Neymar. Neymar doing so well to win that ball back. The composure from Hazard, I must say, has been superb. He's so comfortable with the ball in those dangerous areas. When you watch a lot of players, they start panicking when they enter the opposition box. But that is not the case for Hazard. He's been so calm, and that is what has done damage for him in the second leg, in the first half of the second leg. We've seen that player lock once more. Sarabia, well done to Theo Hernandez. And Genie for getting the ball back. Coman, back to Trameni, trying to, well, slow things down a bit for Genie as he desperately needs a goal in this one. Trameni, mind you, it's 4-2 in favor of Hazard. It was a 2-2 drawn game in that first leg. And now Hazard, he's trying to put his fingerprints all over the game. And you can feel it. But here comes Genie. Kingsley Coman tries the step overs, and wow! What a howler. What a howler. I do not want to be in Genie's shoes right now. The pressure has been immense. He's got 2 glorious opportunities to get him back into the game, and he spent both of them. Is that going to come back to haunt him? Can Hazard punish him? Neymar with a chance. Messi still probing Messi. Messi with the Trivela. Well, he kicks it onto the woodwork, and the rebound from Pablo Sarabia might have just ended this. 3-0 in the first half of the second leg. And well, you might say Hazard has turned it up a notch as he's been brilliant in attack, so clinical. I think he's only got 4 shots on target, and the 3 have ended into the back of the net. Woeful finishing from Genie as he's got another chance. Eduardo Camavinga, but he's just waved offside. It's been a very, very interesting first half. What a game I've just witnessed. It's not all said and done though. You can see Genie's turning on, well, constant pressure, and he switched up some tactics, but it might just be too late. Going down 3 goals to a top player like Hazard might just be so difficult to come back from. And well, I wish him all the best, Genie, but it's going to be so difficult from where I'm watching things, because Hazard has been on a roll, I must say. Been so clinical. Here he comes again. Mbappe with a step overs. Varane had to step in, and stepping he did brilliantly for Genie, giving him a slight chance here, but it might just be all said and done. Messi, but with the way the game is going, you just feel like Hazard has got he's got his 2 feet into the next round of the competition. Mind you, it's a whopping 1,000 cedis up for grabs for the winner. There's no second place prize, so you have to go all in for this one. Nuno Mendes for Hazard, and I think Hazard has understood the assignment. Neymar cuts it back into Messi, into Sarabia looking for the force. Well, Varane steps in with that crucial tackle. If Genie is looking for a way to get back into this game, he really has to find a goal now. Dembele. Theo Hernandez. The pass is just not there. All the passes being stringed together by Genie just can't find their marker. Trameni. It's now or never for Genie. He really needs to get a goal now, but that pass was too heavy. He manages to steal the ball by Kylian Mbappe. I just saw a red time finish from Mbappe. So even if he probably had gotten to the ball, Genie might have spent another opportunity. It's been woeful finishing from him. Messi in those dangerous areas for Hazard. Mbappe, well, Varane cuts it out once again. It's been an end-to-end affair here. And one of our knockout games in the knockout rounds, Genie versus Hazard. It's been a pleasure casting over this one. Hernandez into Mbappe, reverse elastico for Genie, looking for a goal to make things more interesting, I must say. Camavinga probing. Trameni, well, tried to find Kylian Mbappe with that lofted pass, but the defense from Hazard has been stellar. A defensive masterclass on display. Mbappe, Borrow, what a cross. Neymar, can he finish it off? Blocked. Hazard looking to seal things with a force, but Genie being stubborn in defense. Camavinga just couldn't latch onto that pass. Renato Sanchez The pressure is really heated. And it might just be all over for Genie as Hazard has full grip and full control over this one. Messi with those step overs once more. Hazard looking for the fourth. Well, the Berber spin cancel just couldn't work there. Hernandez with a lot of space to work with for Genie. Mbappe, can he find a goal? Marquinhos has been a block. A worrisome stumbling block at the back for PSG and Hazard. A lot of people didn't know who Hazard was today, but he showed his class. He showed his class as he's beating one of the best players in the country, Genie. Mbappe, Kolomwani for Genie with a pass into Coman. Intercepted once more by the ever-present Marquinhos. The Brazilian has been stellar at the back for PSG. Mbappe, can he latch onto this one? Brilliant tackle, Upamecano. And as and when the game is going on, you almost feel like Hazard is going to get another goal. Wow. 84 minutes gone on the game clock and we have another goal. Green time header. Marquinhos. Brilliant header to find the net. And we've got the fourth. It's been a roller coaster of a match for Hazard. It wasn't so in that first leg, but the story has completely changed in this second. Mbappe, it's a welcome. Avenga just can't get that consolation. What a game we've just witnessed. So contrasting these two legs. So cagey in that first leg. We couldn't get a goal to separate both sides. It ended 2-2. And in the second game, Hazard has just blown things out of proportion. He's blown Genie out of water. And he's leading by 4-0. Stellar performance from the unknown, should I call him? And that is it. The on-field virtual referee ends the game as Genie has been eliminated from the tournament. And congratulations to Hazard for making it to the next round of the tournament. We started with 32 players. We are now down to 16 players. We are heading into the round of 8 matches very soon. But mind you, it is the Canvic Records FIFA23 tournament with a whopping 1,000 CDs up for grabs. If you are on the stream, thank you for joining the stream. Let me know in the comment section who you think is going to carry home the 1,000 CDs. Is it going to be Big Ups? Is it going to be Kalu? Well, mind you, Kalu has just been eliminated. Is it going to be Kennedy or Black Asteroid player? Or is it going to be Hazard, who we just saw smash Genie by 4-0 in that second leg? Let me know in the comment section who you think is going to carry home the trophy. But before I bring you the next match, we go for a quick break, and when we are back, we are bringing you more action from the Canvic Records Game Hub inside of Vancouver Barrier. Stay tuned, it's more FIFA action coming your way. We are welcome back to the live stream of the FIFA 23 tournament organized by Canvic Records inside his gaming hub here at Ofanko Barrier. Here with me is a player from Canvic Records. As you can tell, he's already repping their apparel. He's Montana. He's been a sensation today. I'll let him introduce himself to you. Montana, when did you get into gaming?
I started playing gaming from FIFA 20.
FIFA 20?
Yeah.
And so you played FIFA 21?
Yeah.
And I didn't hear of you in FIFA 21, FIFA 22. And it's now FIFA 23 that I'm hearing of. Is it that you didn't own a console then, or now you've gotten?
I was having a PS4, but I didn't play online games.
So you weren't playing competitively? Because the first time I heard your name, honestly, was in one of those FIFA groups, and then you had won an online tournament. I didn't know this. You were good like this, but I've come to witness it for myself. What would you consider as the difference between playing online and then offline? Is this your first offline tournament?
Yes.
So what would you say is the difference between playing online and then offline?
There is more pressure on the offline one than the online.
Is it because of the supporters, or is it because the player playing next to you gives you some kind of pressure?
Yeah, there is more fun and support, and there is more pressure on it.
So you got into the tournament, you've beaten Katongo, who's your teammate, you've beaten Medicine, if I quite remember. Those are some top names in there. Do you feel like you have what it takes to go all the way?
I'm hoping for the best.
So what message you have out there for underdogs like you? Would you call yourself an underdog?
Of course.
Well, so what message you have for underdogs like you who are looking to get into the gaming space? Because when they hear of tournaments like this, and then they hear of the big names like Katongo, Medicine, Big Ups, Mbappe, they get scared a bit. But you've taken that bold step. You've come to play the tournament, and you're beating the likes of these players. What do you have for underdogs like those? Do you tell them to keep playing and then try
pushing,
to?
Yeah, it's just name. They should keep pushing. It's just game. You can do what you do best, and that's all.
Well, thank you for speaking to me, Montana. He's a player who's still in the tournament, as the tournament is ongoing here inside of Ofanko Barrier. It's been a brilliant one, I must say. It's been a joy casting over this one. We aren't done yet. We are in the round of 16 of the tournament, so stay tuned. There's more FIFA action coming your way. I must tell you, the next match I'll be casting over is a very big one. So after the break, I bring you a very big FIFA match inside the Ofanko Barrier Canvic Records Gaming Hub. It is the FIFA 23 tournament ongoing here. Stay tuned. I bring you the next match shortly. So we are heading straight into another FIFA game. Well, the first match that we brought to you on the live stream was Hazard versus Genie. A very tough encounter, but it ended in favor of Hazard, who is moving on to the next round of the competition. This match we're bringing to you, which nearly got another goal, mind you. Big ups with that Madrid outfit, and Troyes Bada with, well, the PSG team looking for the equalizer there, but Thibaut Courtois for big ups as the first half of that first leg comes to an end. So we've gotten into the round of 16 right now. We are gradually separating the men from the boys, and hopefully we get our winner to be a deserved one. Sometimes when you get to tournaments like this, you feel like the winner didn't deserve the trophy, because, well, his play style is not one that is liked by everybody. But hopefully our champion today is a worthy champion. So let's see who gets his hands on that 1,000 Ghana cedis cash prize inside here. Well, Mbappe for Messi. Choice looking for a way to get past that stubborn Real Madrid defense, and big ups. Hakimi with some space trying that ball roll into the pass. Well, I feel like the ball roll is one of those underrated skill moves. Of course, it's a 2-star skill move. People really write the move off, but it does a lot for you. It creates space for you to try to find a pass. As we've just seen the Benzema green time finish. 2-goal lead now for big ups in the first leg, and it's getting out of hands for Choice. Just as I was reiterating the fact that pace with it, found that extra pass, that diagonal pass. Well, I can't remember that pass in FIFA 22 as well. It does damages for you, and we've seen there it's done a lot for big ups. Borrow scoop, Vinicius, well, Nuno Mendes for Choice. Well, for Choice on that occasion, Verratti, Messi. Choice has a lot to do. Meeting him for the first time, it was at a tournament at the Play Province Hub. He wasn't the best of gamers, I must say, but he's grown so much now that he's one of those feared players in the country, and he's just showing you his brilliance across in Mbappe. There it is, Choice's first goal in the game, and we now have a game on our hands. That is the chance he was looking for, and when Mbappe gets you in those situations, he does not miss. It's game on now. Big Ups really has to step up if he's looking to. Vinicius just couldn't latch onto that one. Hazard twisting and turning, needed Hazard into, well, Vinicius finds that open net, rounds the goalkeeper, and brilliant display of football from the man from Play Province. Big Ups leading by 3 goals to now, or 3 goals to 1, and restoring his 2-goal lead. Luka Modric still Big Ups probing. Mind you, it's a 2-legged affair, so once you score a lot of goals in the first leg, you get to that second leg, and I'm sure that is what Big Ups is trying to